a second. yeah, that's what Stan will do to you. Alright, boom. We're live for episode 2 of the Mixdown. You got myself, Hitman Tiga. You got a man like Beatz. Got the Lion. Man like Treble Clef every time.
He's alright.
And today, our special guest is none other than himself.
The Spartan Lion himself,
yeah,
man. Spooky.
What? Spooky? What? Spooky, aka Spartan Spooky, aka Spooky Bizzle, aka El Clark, aka Clark Kent, aka Spook Blood Clot, aka Clark Susan, aka Calm Down the whole Blood Clot Rain, aka Clark Up your Gallon, everything else. You get me? I mean, that's the intro. That's the intro.
That's quotations.
That is quotation, yeah. Every time. Alright, boom. So, for those of you who don't know, Mixdown, we're basically a podcast that shines a light on everything Grime, basically, from producers to situations to artists to events, anything that's going on, we're on it. So yeah, yes, Spooky. One, my guy. Come on.
Lion inside. Come on.
You know what? I won't tell a lie. I was looking forward to this one. Yeah. Because you know what?
Spicy.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
You know it is, man. Like you see, like I'm a man like I fuck with who I fuck with, innit? And Spooky's a man that I fuck with. Mm-hmm. So like I was looking forward to this one because it's gonna be good talk. Because I know Spooky's always got a lot to say still.
Come on, my man says to talk up the things there.
He's landing.
There's a lot of madness that's going on right now. So yeah, we have to talk up the things there, man. Yeah, man, just try and find some resolve in that. You know what I mean?
All right, boom. So before we get into anything, Spooks. Mm-hmm. Like we do with everyone, just let the people them know a little about yourself, how long you've been doing this, where you're from, like things that you got in the pipeline, where people can catch you, and all the rest of it.
Yeah, man, man's been doing this 16 years now. It's coming up to 16 years. So next month, we're in April now. So the time this goes out, we're still in April. So May next month would have been 16 years since man first started doing music.
Wow.
You know what I mean? 16 years when man first started on Mystic FM. In man like Rough and Tough and that, you know what I mean?
Was that 98.1?
Yeah. That's the down 98.1. Yeah, man. So man started on Mystic like 2002. It was on Heat FM, went on to Heat FM like 2003. And then I was just like dotted around the gaff here and there, ended up on like Raw Blaze.
The circuit, man done the circuit.
Man done the circuits, you know? Man done Urban Things, I've done Habit FM, that was like a one-off show and that, but yeah, man still done that, you know what I mean? React FM, I used to run up on there like 08 times before that, man used to be on Rinse. I used to be on Rinse. Certain man forget that man used to be on Rinse with Stu them. Friday nights, 9 to 11 blood. When the man were on the fucking motorway and in Limehouse side.
Jesus,
come on,
them shows there.
Yeah, them shows there, bro.
Yes. And I got to Stu them family every time.
And bro, Vetro remembers this, bro. I used to host for his show, bro. His show was directly after me, bro. 11 to 1 Friday nights, bro. Used to host up his show and that, and run the phone line and MSN and just keep on top of them things there. Back in the days when man used to nudge you on MSN for the reload and that. What? Yeah. What? We didn't remember them reloads. You have to nudge man on MSN for a reload.
Come on, them old school Jackums there.
But yeah, man, there was like little pass out Rinse, like all these MCs were running up and that and causing bare carnage when they weren't supposed to be running up on sets, and Bear Man got kicked off. Everyone eventually came back except me and a couple others, but I was just like, whatever, you know what I mean? End up on React FM like 08 times. Urban FM TV came straight after that, like 2009 times.
You was a guy on Urban FM TV. So
yeah, man.
You and me, Shat Nasty.
Yeah, man, like Shat.
How long was that set? Was it Christmas Eve or something stupid?
Yeah, it was something stupid. Like we done me and Shat done one stupid Christmas Eve set, and then by the time we left, it was like 5 in the morning or some shit. Yeah. Time we got, we're still thinking that buses are running. Get the fuck out of here, blood. You think buses are running 5 o'clock on Christmas Day morning? Fuck no, blood. Man, I had to go and get a cab to North Weezy with them, man, and then take another cab to get back to my bits, bruv. And got back to my bits at like fucking 7 o'clock in the morning, bruv. But I'm grateful that I even fucking got back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause stuck all the way in West and you're trying to get back to East, bruv. Not an easy bop, you know.
That's not
easy bop,
that's not easy
especially on
slap,
Christmas
bruv.
Day morning and that
That's
as well.
not easy slap,
That's not easy. Because I know man who've done bopped. Man have done bopped from Old Street up to fucking Shepherd's Bush and Acton and them. So
Yeah, bro.
I know man who've done them, bro.
That's desperate, bro.
Yo, that's
Desperate times, innit? Desperate times.
Desperate times. Desperate times, cool for desperate. But yeah, flipping, that was the Urban FM days, and then I was on there for a good minute, and then
R.I.P. Raw as well.
Yeah, R.I.P. Raw, man. So
yes, Raw's every time.
Yes, man. Done now. Yes. And flipping, ended up moving from there, ended up on Deja. These times are still older and set on Image Radio / Ice Cold FM, but they changed the Image Radio, so it was all that. And then they got raided, so I don't know who raided them. Felt like it was an inside job, so it was one of them ones, you know what I mean? Like them type of pirate radio politics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But them times I was on Deja doing my thing, and then flipping. Couple years of that, and then end up on Mode and Mode's home. And now I'm doing Rinse as well, and I've done a couple shows on Radar and NTS and like been up represented as well, you get me? So man's done the circuit, so no one ain't really talking to me when man's talking about radio life, you know what I mean? Cause I see certain men trying to run around and talk about radio this and they think they're the guy, but bro, man's been doing radio weekly since what? 2008 now, bro. I can't remember the last time I fucking took a break off radio, bro, unless I went fucking touring and that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Definitely a guy for radio. Definitely a guy for radio.
Yeah, I'm always on there every week, man. But I'm going to push one thing out there, There's all these MCs and DJs that run around and pretend like they do radio and that, blood. There's man that come out from fucking Brum to come and do radio in London. There's men that fly from Amsterdam to come over and do radio, bro. So I don't know why you London man are so lack when it comes to radio. Hung all the blood clot radio stations that are out there, and man are moving lack, bro. Like they don't want to turn up for shows and this, that, and wear and tear and that.
Bare excuses as well.
Bare excuses.
Live.
Either that or they're not trying to chat to man like beforehand and wear and tear. Just like okay, let me know that you're on way. You know what I mean? Like, etiquette and that, you know. So all of that now, I'm just like I'm really out here trying to disrespect the shows and them. It's like there's man that come from way out. Like Big Michael would put half of these London man to shame. Cause man used to come up on Deja every week from Brum, straight from work, and he's there for his 10 o'clock show. He would leave Brum 6 o'clock and come down to do his Deja show at 10 o'clock, and then fly back up to Brum, and he'd be back in Brum by 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? He's put certain London man to shame, bro. Certain London man don't want to come out of their yard, bro, to come do radio and that. Feel like they're too privileged. Feel like because it's the home, they feel so privileged in that. Don't feel too privileged. Don't get comfy. Don't ever fucking get comfy. Don't ever get comfy in Grime or any fucking music genre you fucking step in. You understand? Because there's always that young blood, that young fresh prince that's gonna come in, step in your blood clot place and take your face off. You get me? Know them ones. The man that run around on this idiot radio thing, blood. Man don't joke when it comes to radio, blood. Man out here pushing new artists, new producers, new MCs, all the wild cards. And I don't know what going for certain man, they don't want to turn up to radio. Radio is just like a shoot down the road or a little Uber drive away, you know what I mean? Uber cab.
You know what? Definitely, it's definitely, I think you definitely can tell the hunger, the difference between like a out of town and a Londoner when it comes
I still got the hunger though, I still got radio every week.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying to shame certain London man because they're just lacking, bro. They're lacking right now. You're making next man come in from next out of town ends or even out of country, bro. Out of country, not even UK based. Yeah. And they're coming down and crowding up London radio stations, bro. And you London man are just sitting there moving like radio, you know what I mean? Don't ever lack, bro, because there's always a young blood out there willing to take your fucking face off, blood. Don't believe me, blood. Watch this space, man. Alright.
Watch this space.
Yes. Lot of Clarto every time. I'm being Clark here and everything.
We're on the radio topic now. We're on the radio topic now. Stick with the radio topic. Let's talk about Radar because Radar fucked up the bass, man. Radar fucked up the bass, cuz. cuz.
Let's slide
All
on
different levels, bro.
Let's slide on to that one still.
But listen, listen though. Big up Ollie, because I respect what he's done. Because if it weren't for him, then maybe these youths might be running around on an even madder thing than what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So I have to big him up for that. Guy, he's definitely taken a couple of youths off and just like built them up and make them like flourish and flower out and blossom. Exercise their skills and wear and tear. But like your team's looking a bit murky. From time you're not paying your staff, but you can amount losses. You can cut up losses up to like 850k up to like $1 million and that. Like, don't make sense. And then your staff are working for free and they're complaining and putting out blog posts and that. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to shut that down. And that's been brewing for a minute. Allegedly. And then on top of that, there's the whole thing, the whole passo that happened this week with this Pussy Palace statement dropped and all of that stuff, and then it just blew up. Like, they tried to respond to the statement, and then that led to the next statement coming out, and this statement just went out there, and next thing you know, better guys, like mass exodus at Radar and all this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just like, listen, it happens to every station though. You know what I mean? So
not like this though,
not like this though.
But
I think it shows the times we are in, because Radar only been about 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah.
And you've gone from boom to boom, and then you cut down there again because of what happened this week. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to build your team back up again, just bit by bit, because guys are gonna look at that like fucking investors and all that stuff, and they're gonna look at that situation and go, but your team was a bit techy, you didn't handle that well. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, let's see who else we can fling money into. Like, let's find another brand we can fling money into, because that didn't look good for them on that front. And on the other front, they didn't handle the thing well, because it's not, like, it was all in-house and that, and then it's just gone out there. But in the same sense, the girl who made the statement, I think she should have went to the fence as well, so that we could lock it down and been like
100 million percent.
Because if you're just putting out a blog post, then your thing looks techie, because then we don't know, alright, who was it that like was abusive, and who was it that was dishing out like the Muay Thai without the concept?
Hang on. Let me stop you there.
Allegedly.
Let me stop you, because you know what, you've gone.
Just clear it up,
over 100 things.
Clear it up.
In one thing, and let's break it down. Yeah, we have to break it down so people.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. But let me slow it down. Slow it down a second.
If you want to break it down,
I wanted to ask you something off the back of what you were saying. Because you were saying about Radar going from here to here, back down to here. You know, let me ask you this.
Well, they're not back down there, but you know, like it's sort of like lingering right now, because like the name will still hold weight, but it's just that right now it's a little bit techie, because this is basically a brown stain on your name right now. So yeah, it's a bit techie right now, but I think it could all have been handled better.
Definitely.
Like, whoever sent out that statement should never sent out like the response to the statement, because then that just fueled.
Does it even count as a response?
This whole situation now. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't have happened. They should have handled it better. It shouldn't have been talked about in a persuasive manner, like as the girl was saying in her statement, they're wear and tear, and then they've got lawyers in, and then like signing contracts in wear and tear, and she's gone. That's
completely.
Then she's gone. Fuck all of that, and she just put up her blog post, and now look at the situation they were in, bruv. Monday was so peak. Like, looking at my timeline, like, Radar getting roasted right now. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I was getting involved in a little banter, and that was all it was. It was banter for like a minute and that. You know what I mean?
There's a nasty side to it.
There's a nasty side to it.
The victim and whatnot that's happened. But
then there's that whole, alright, this is this is like, okay, but this is like people of colour we're talking about now. So
I don't even like that term. People of colour, POC, political correctness.
People of colour, women of colour,
black in it. I'm black. I'm of a darker hue than of
man, a chocolate skin.
Melanin.
Sexy chocolate skin.
Yeah,
black no crack room wine. Black no crack room wine.
Yo, I won't tell a lie. Right now, it's just turned into a mad thing. Like
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black no crack out here, bro.
it's that time when you just let them know, innit?
Can't we connect that to like what if you're saying what the appropriation thing, yeah, and that the fact that how this has happened to Radar and how it's like they've gone from 0 to 100, let's say back to 0. Is it because 50? Is it like say like it's not as organic as others, the way they've grown? They say like I always like to relate it to football.
It wasn't organic the way they
Man City like, or Chelsea put money into it.
It was a very big come up in a short space of time. But
this was what I was asking you. This is what I tried to draw it back for, yeah? Do you think, that basically, do you think that Radar ran before it could walk?
In terms of what?
In terms of maybe excelling, because we all know I'm a man. As an artist, when I go into Radar, it's nice. It's a nice place to be. Yeah, and I'd say like in terms of like equipment and like like setting up a studio the closest to maybe One Extra, like having all these different studios and whatnot. Yeah, you've got all these things in place here, but you really haven't got your policies in place when it comes to stuff like sexual harassment.
There's basically general things that man should worry about in the workplace.
Like if you've got all of them things there,
if you've got that covered in your blessed,
like if you've got all of these like big equipment,
basically cover your angles. Cover your angles, like because shit like this might happen, and then your station might just get flung under the bus, and then guys that try to leave will get flung under the bus as well. Because I've seen certain guys that left and they got flung under the bus when they tried to leave. You know what I mean? Like your thing's techie right now. You need to address that right now. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's a bit techie for you. You know what I mean? Like if you got anything out there that needs addressing, address it. Car, we're living in a different day and age now. You know what I mean?
You can't just try and sweep things under the rug.
No way.
Sweep
what under the rug, blood?
This is like the
blood. This is too big to sweep under the rug, blood.
They call it the age of information, isn't it?
Blood, they need street sweeper for them thing there. Street sweeper. That's what they need for us. Yeah.
But like obviously.
I hear what you're saying though.
Yeah, come on, it's techie for them. It's techie.
Yeah, it's techie for them.
It's techie, and I think they made it techier for themselves in a sense of like like I said, like.
Bro, they locked off.
They locked off.
They say tune in or fuck off, blood. Well, can't tune in because we locked off and half the station are fucked off. So I don't know. It's a bit iffy now, isn't it? It's like,
was that actually their thing?
Yeah, tune in or fuck off.
They had a big neon sign.
You're lying.
Yeah, no, wow. You can Google it, man.
I didn't even know that.
That's their slogan. And man can turn their slogan around like that. It's just that's.
You turn their slogan around like that.
It's me and that. Fuck it.
Jesus.
I'll take credit for that, you know what I mean? Their things are a bit techy, but listen, man, I'm pretty sure them man can just like bounce back. It might take them a while to bounce back, but I don't want to see that no station go under like that. You know what I mean? Just like you have to handle your things properly, especially we're talking about like things like sexual harassment in the workplace and wear and tear. You know what I mean? It's just like. Can't have them cancers there in your station and cut them out, blood. No station is worth protecting man like that, blood. There's some leeches out here, blood. There's some real bloodsuckers out here, blood. There's some vermin out here, blood. There's some cockroaches out here, blood. You know what I'm saying? There's some dirty, foul motherfuckers out here, blood. And they're just running around like say all this like harassing up the gallum and that is norms and that for them, blood. Just like, yo, don't dirty up man's profession, blood. You know what I mean? Don't dirty up man's profession, blood. Come on, a DJ and producer, blood. You know what I mean? And when I hear that, fellow, our next DJ has done this and that, and I have to look at them and think, why did you go and do that for? Why are you harassing the gallum for? Like, there is no need. Because if you're a DJ, you shouldn't have to focus on that. As a DJ, you should be carrying.
Tearing the rave band, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you got to worry about it.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, all this harassing gallum and that. Like,
but then, do you know what the maddest thing is? The maddest thing is, like, we can't even sit here and say anything, because we don't even know nothing.
Evidence.
Yeah, true.
We don't even know.
Allegedly.
You know, like, we don't actually know a thing.
Nothing.
Like,
all
we know is what Radar's actions have told us,
or lack of,
which is that something's definitely happened, and now like there's not even playing music, so it's fucking got to be bad, you know, like that.
Yeah,
like it's got to be bad.
But do you know what? Yeah,
but that's all we really know, innit?
Yeah, that's what we know for now.
But it will come to light.
Well, you know what though? I want to say that there's a lot of people jumping on this radar hate train. And I don't think that's fair because there's been a lot of good moments over there.
Yeah, definitely.
And they've definitely bust a lot of man.
Definitely.
And a lot of people's happy to go there and swerve your new mixtape, your new EP, and this and that and that.
Bro, I think all of us have, no? When the release, all of us have. It's
but
not
now
like,
guys are
like,
slewing. Yeah. But it seems like they had a problem with Radar for time.
But they didn't have the components to. Yeah, they didn't have the
now they want
components
to
to
talk. Nah, bro.
Now that they're down.
And yeah, big up everyone that's bigging up Mode FM. I see you as well. We appreciate all the love. But anyone with your local side comments, outside.
Outside.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's like man trying to diss up Mode, like say it's in country and that. It's not in country.
Yeah.
It's just in North London, cuz. So I don't know what happened to certain people in that.
Certain people don't
trying to disrespect the team, blood. You don't want to leave your yard. We know that. We know that for a fact. We know certain man don't ever want to leave their yard to come or do radio or clot up a radio and that. But we get it. It's fine. We understand.
It's the production team. Yeah, they fucking made me laugh. You know that? Our production team are fucking funny bunch of guys.
Yeah, because this is a juicy mix down there. You understand? It's all of that. It's all of that.
But yeah.
Can we move on from Radar though, please?
Yeah, let's move on from Radar, man. We're chatting enough about Radar, man. But we can still big up Radar.
Mode is home.
But Mode is home.
Hang on,
just know that. But just know that anything that man say, like, okay, I'll give you £1 for a Dex and 50p for a mix and all them thing there. Just know it's just like banner in it, car. I just see that, listen, it's another day in the life of music, innit? Man's been doing music 16 years, bro. It's just like, this is just another... like ripple in the water, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's opened up the transfer window. Like couple guys left, couple guys went to other stations. Some ended up on Pyro, some ended up on Represent, some ended up elsewhere and wear and tear. Like some guys are doing stuff with Keep Harsh and that now, you know what I mean? So it's all that. Yeah. So flipping, that's what's going on right now. They just opened the transfer window. Where there was supposed to be a transfer window, they opened that transfer window. You know what I mean? So it's that, and
everyone just ate.
Yeah,
just picked.
Yeah,
just picked away from you. Just picked away from you. Harvesting. Everyone been harvesting off the radar.
Yeah, we say off the radar. We're off the radar. Whoa, selector.
It's mad. Everyone was eating off Radar's loss. Yo, so what if you can only win from a man's loss, it's like, are you really winning? Like,
no, obviously,
do you know what?
Station.
Do you know what? That's
another man's stress and another man's treasure. One man's stress and another man's treasure.
True, but no, overall though.
But I wouldn't call anybody leaving trash. Just know.
And I'm not talking about them trash. I say that everyone else that's benefiting from the exodus, if they've won, well, you really need winning in the first place, innit? Just overall, it's just an open thing, innit? Like maybe if it's Pyro, Keep Hush, I don't know, even the Molding, NTS, Rinse, whoever.
If they got the platform to serve,
well, you can.
Why not?
It's an alternative.
But you can win. You can win just because basically it's an indirect one, isn't it? It's an indirect win. It's not like you was sitting there and plotting on everyone's demise. But like right end of the day, like if you're driving down the road and a security code drop opens and all the money's there, like you jump out and you grab, because at the end of the day, come on, you and you don't have to be a thief to do that. No. It's the opportunity. You understand?
Man, doing up right now.
The opportunity. It produced itself.
Yes.
So you're doing that, innit?
Yeah, no, it's not a shot at anyone or any establishment.
So I'd say anybody that's benefited off this whole Radar exodus, big up your chest still, because you know what, like, cause is reaction in it. It's cause and reaction in it. So whatever happens, then you get the reaction after in it. And
none of this didn't need to happen. Radar handled their business properly. You know them ones that it might have been like a little puppy in the game right now that just got big and that, you know what I mean? But behind the scenes you have to take care of things properly.
Of course.
If you're not handling your business properly behind scenes and that, when it comes out to the forefront, now it's all peak, and then man are trending on Twitter, but it's not for anything good.
Innit?
It's not for anything good, it's all negative.
No one's getting no pound at all.
You're getting rinsed right now. No one ain't getting no coinage.
Do you know what it is? Yeah?
They say all promo is good promo.
It's like this,
but not that type of promo.
I want to tell you. So you see, see how I heard about this how Radar came about to me and how the story got brang to me, right? Was this guy Ollie, he was doing intern life at Rinse.
Yeah, NTS as well. He done
Rinse and NTS. Saw a few things going on.
And then he went to uni.
Then went to uni and thought, I can pattern this myself.
Yeah.
He's came and patterned it. And from what it seems like it seems that like he's basically got 80% of the pattern right.
Yeah, not only Ollie has.
It's just the other 20%.
The other 20%.
Most people don't have that kind of disposable income
too much holiday. Too much holiday, too much of this, blood. It's just like
he's saying what, too much fun life?
Nah, too much kicking back on holiday and just doing that, like pulls out, like stretching out, like thinking, like caring the world, blood, and then at home it's just like, wait,
peak. Actually,
what? Nah, fucking hell,
you look like the Fug Life meme with them glasses and that. That's all it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a spliff. That's all I'm missing.
But yeah, nah, blood.
Put it this way. Let's move on from this car.
Please,
put it this way. Big up to Radar though. Man, I was on there for a minute. I'm not on there no more. I'm on mode and Rinse. That's how the thing's set right now. You know what I mean? But big up Radar. Like, just sort out your business much better than what you did this week. You know what I mean?
And when you do come back Radar, swerve properly with organic people like grassroots. Don't try.
Yeah, man, and all this chatty. Too much of these chatty patty shows and that as well.
That's the reason why.
More rhythm, less of the chatty, less of the chatty patty, man. I want more rhythm. I want some wheel-ups, blood. I want to hear some tune boss. You know what I understand? Come on, man. Stop outside the guys that helped bring up your thing. You understand? Stop outside them guys. But then you got funds to pay other guys to be on the station and play sex.
Forget the
cool, but don't worry about that. You know what I mean? But big up Radar same way. You know what I mean? Just sort out your thing properly beforehand next time, so that shit like this don't happen. And then when people are talking about your station, they're not talking about it in a negative, like talking about it in a positive, like do something positive for the youth and take the youth off the street and rare. Like, that's what I want to hear from Radar. I want to hear none of this bullshit, man. You know what I mean? Because it's just like things take you like, see how it takes one girl to bring down a whole man's operation. All it takes is one gal in her. She's quite going to say, don't disrespect the gal, man. All you man that are funding up the gal, man, all you DJs and producers and that, I think that you're going to slide and get away with it, hitting gal and rare and tear. Don't disrespect it. Stop it, man, because you're fucking up man's professions, bro. You know what I mean? Because then when you go to certain guys, I'm a DJ and producer, it's just like, they don't want to know certain times.
Thinking, is he another predator, is he?
Yeah, you know them ones.
Is he another one?
Is he another one? But yeah, it's nothing like that, man. I've got love for the gal, so it's not even like a disrespecting that. So I don't even know why certain man come into this profession and think that like they just start out as a nobody and then all of a sudden they want to become a DJ around 10. Now all of a sudden, now you think you can mix and blend two tunes, that makes you a DJ and that. You fade in and fade that and chat over tune and rare, that makes you a DJ, yeah? And then when you go and play in these raves and like you're clanging the hell out the place and then you're forcing yourself on the gallery as well, like say you was that top DJ and that for the night. Get the fuck out of here. What do you lot take this for, man? You lot are mashing up man's profession and that, bruv. Like you producers and DJs that are out here funding up the gallery and feeling up when like the feeling is not reciprocated. Then it's mad for you, blood. You know what I mean? And then like next thing you know, oh yeah, he's on this station, and then he's trying to leave that, and then either that or this guy done this or this guy done that on tour, this guy done this at this rave and rare and tear. It's just like, listen, man, I'm mashing up people's professions, bro. Mashing up my professions, basically. You know what I'm saying? As a DJ producer, stop mashing up man's profession. People look at us and think that, oh yeah, just tar us with all the same brush. Like they all think that we're just gonna grabbing up gal and rare and tear. Man, they've got time for that, blood.
That's one story, man.
From 6 years old, brass clock, 1994, I wanted to be a DJ, bro. I'm a DJ now. You know what I mean? And I don't have to, like, why am I gonna go out of my way to fuck that up by groping up gal and all this for gal? I mean, come on, man, I'm coming to play music and bust new tune and bust tunes and that.
Definitely.
Man, now have behaved themselves, because certain man get thrust and they feel like it's that, but it's not that. And then certain man is just like, yeah, you're
experienced, fam. They haven't seen.
Yeah, you know them ones. You're not experiencing this thing. Like, man's been doing this 16 years. Man, know better, bruv. Don't ever mistreat the gun because they can just bring down your whole thing right now. Especially in this day and age, bring down your whole rascal operation right now.
All the gal them.
Don't ever big up the gal them, they get me.
Listen, you know what I'm saying?
Let me say something. Do you know what? Yeah, like you said it yourself, innit? Like
don't know the spooky sandwich though.
They started as nobody, innit? Like you see, you coming into the game as a DJ, you come loving music. These guys, yeah, they come in because I can get some clout.
Yeah, chasing the fame game.
I weren't the guy in school, but now I'm the guy. Now what? Jones, I can flex my muscle and try. Them and they aren't in it for the music, fam.
Yeah, they're not in it for the music. They're not in it for the love of the music. They're just in it for clout, and they think that because they got that clout now, or they think they've got some form of clout, they're gonna take that and think that they're powerful and think they can get away with anything.
Not
in this day and age.
They need to see through that. They need to see through that. That's where radar flopped.
But some stations can't see through that because man can just present myself right now as clean cut DJ Ray and 10 to that. And then 2 seasons now, it turns out that man's working. And it's like, whoa.
How can you see through it?
I don't know.
Jay will see through it. T will see through it. We will see through it, and we all saw the pattern from when Radar went from I don't even want to stay in this subject. I want to talk about Beatboss, but when they went from like having loads of Grime man, and then slowly, surely, everyone's show was getting later, cut down. More
1 hour
talking,
sets.
1 hour sets, more presenting, which is fine. You want to change your ethos, but we saw what was happening. You get me? It's like, okay, we need the authentication. Here you go, Grime. We need some real authentic grassroots to put us in of this whole framework, of this whole infrastructure, which is the music scene from the underground right to the top. So we need to touch up on the spooky, innit? We need to see what's going on with the Mo guys. We need the jams for his show. We need the trends. You know what I mean? We need you, Trebs, to come and do whatever, production life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That Jay coming. We need these real people, authentic people to certify us so we can find a place. And then now other people off the back of you don't even know Spooks, like your influence, like off the back of you, but Spooky's going there. You don't know how many people that are watching you that are not really following you. You want to be aware of that based on you being there and endorsing them and wearing the shirt or whatever, whatnot. Now, okay, let's certify because Spooky's a guy. Spooky's history, you know what I mean? I used to listen to back in the day, Rinse, like, Radar must be the team. And then obviously everyone else starts going there, then it rubs off and it builds up. And this whole, I don't even know, what's it? Placebo effect, isn't it? It grows, and it becomes more alluring and more everyone wants to go to it.
But then the gloss wears off.
Because what do? They're not treating the grassroots dons that came at the beginning
with as much respect.
Nah, because they want to do the glitz and grime, and that's cool, but you need to fine balance it.
Chasing the fame game.
You need to fine balance it, and that's where I think they flop. This thing is obviously separate from that. It's a separate case in itself. But it's like something was going to come to head. We all felt it, and like we all saw it. Well, I definitely saw it maybe a year and a bit. And I remember talking to someone like, Radar's changing. I'll go there every other time. It's like, who are you? And I'll see these little like I wouldn't say they were middle class. They were spoken kids, well spoken, middle class, generically Caucasian, white. So it was. Hipsters. I'm just saying generically what it was.
No, but that's what they are. They're hipsters. That's what they are. Like you have to use the right words for them.
Yeah, hipsters. So then, like, I'm being polite. I'm being nice.
No,
politically swerving.
All of that. Yeah. Like let's just keep it clean, but we call it what it is. So like basically, like they got like their roster, their staff were like a bunch of like shortage types. Yeah, like the types that move into your ends when they're gentrifying.
What were the ankle swingers?
Yeah, like
rolled up sock.
Not to say that like I ever had anything against the people, but I understand what you're saying because I was there the other day for Jams's show. Yeah, and like it was the same thing I was fucking about with my fucking my FaceTime, not my FaceTime, my Insta story, just fucking about like yeah, blah blah blah. Look at this, but really like it was that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's very gentrified. And when you say like, raw, like you're coming to the station, they're like, yeah, who are you? Like,
no, I had to do it every time.
They're doing that. They're doing that every time. Yeah. They're doing that to certified dons.
Fresh like they don't know this.
Okay, cool.
Recognize mine.
So it's like that was where the problem is, isn't it? Because you got to be plugged into something. You need to have that kind of knowledge. You can't be asking Spooky like, oh, who's that? Or if you got an intern there, you can't. Your intern, you need to enlighten your interns or whatever onto certain people.
I think some people don't have no knowledge and nothing, but I'll tell man straight, bro. Man's been doing this 16 years. Take it in, 16 years. It's 2002. So I don't know what happened to certain guys and feel like they're above me and not in the rankings and that blood. It's never been like that. You get me? It's El Clark you're talking to. So you know them ones. So recognize who you're talking to. Recognize who you're talking to, because this will bring up my next point, bro.
Go on.
The next point for them.
Go on.
I did something for GQ a while back.
Right, GQ.
When they went to Vegas, when they went to Vegas, around the same time.
Yeah.
You did the same thing.
Remember that day when I was running around, I cut the dub plate, they filmed man cut the dub plate with the truth talking about how it got built and wear and tear, and then they filmed the set after.
Yeah, I was there.
And then they flung the video out on their website, and man was in there. I was like, okay, cool. But I was YouTube surfing the other day, bro, and I caught the YouTube edit of that whole thing.
Then it starts off with Lethal, innit?
Yeah.
It starts off with Lethal when he's walking.
And I'm supposed to be after Lethal, but I've watched the whole thing and I was like, they've chopped me out. They've chopped me out.
I didn't know that.
All they've got is just little like scatterings of the set they filmed.
Yeah, I know.
So I was like, so I spent the whole day with them. And I was in the footage before, but I've seen this YouTube footage now, and man's not in this thing. So it makes me think that why am I wasting my time with these blood clot big corporations that want to come run around and chat to man and wear and tear and talk about, I want to do this and that and wear and tear. If you're going to chop all the footage out at the end of the day and just run with da-da-da, you know what I mean? And I'm not in the footage. Free out the blood clot footage. I have to go back to Radar now, because they filmed me at their second birthday with Capo Lee and Nika Lindsay. We shut down the blood clot thing. Do you think that video's up now?
It's at the Nest.
No. Yeah, at the Nest. Shut down the whole Ras clot gaff. Do you think that video's up now? No. Free out the fucking footage. Get the blood clot footage. Stop whole back footage. Stop chopping me out of shit, man. All these fucking big corporations chopping man out of things, man. Stop trying to fucking blacklist El Plato. You understand? Man, I've been in Ras clot 16 years. The basement, man, you understand? Otherwise, you big Ras Clot corporation can't come and chat to man about how we want to do this and that, and then at the end of the fucking day you're gonna chop man at the Ras Clot. What the fuck?
You can't do that.
What the fuck?
GQ and payment. It was something to do with GQ and payment. When you was talking about GQ and payment.
Yeah.
I think what I was gonna ask you was with hindsight, don't you feel like you should have taken payment for that? Rather than going to do something thinking that you're going to get
hindsight,
GQ are going to give you that kind of love sort of thing.
In hindsight, I weren't thinking like that, because I thought, okay, this guy's only me, cool, this, that and other, doing a film for and like I'll put myself out there, like, you know what I mean, like, man can get a young
exposure,
young exposure,
you know what problem is,
you know what I mean, but end of the day, that exposure don't mean shit.
Nothing, but
don't mean shit, blood. Pay me for my time. Cause if I'm gonna run around with these big corporations and that, you're gonna pay me for my time now. Cause some of these lot are only they got Formula 1 money.
This is what I'm saying.
Got Premier League money.
Fam.
Some of these have got dumb money, blood. Dumb money, blood.
Nah, stupid.
And then they want to run around and like give us little things here and there, like travel and accommodation.
Give us what?
Pay for this
Give
and
us what?
like
It's good exposure. Good exposure.
So this is what I'm saying. Do you know what I was thinking? Yeah?
2018, we're done with that now. Blood clot. Tell you that now. We're done with that to blood clot. Watch me and them now. Money me want. Money me earn. Money me want. Money me want. They don't ever come around and think that, oh yeah, we can get spooky on a freeness. No. Man's smarter than that. We're smarter than that. Everyone in this room is smarter than that. So, and when I'm telling guys this now at home, we're smarter than that. So you see all these big corporations that try and come here and try and take, like, I will pay for travel and accommodation and do this and that, but they're not trying to pay you like big money for your actual time.
Properly.
Don't agree to
but do you know what? Do you know what the problem is?
Out big key. You understand? Because these lot are running around and squad that say that we ain't the ones that they run and take ideas from.
This is what I'm trying to
we
say.
ain't the ones that come up with the creative bullshit that go out there to the rascal world and that. You understand?
You've got enough to say. You've got enough to say, but do you know what? Yeah.
Gosh,
do you know what? I agree. Yeah. And do you know what it is for all of us? Yeah. Just saying it. Us, man. We're actually. I don't know. We're inside. I can speak for myself. We're inside. Yeah. And maybe because you're 16 years. You know what I'm saying? Well, 16 years, Jay, innit? Plus 14, 16 years plus T. Me, the same 16 years plus. So when you're saying that, we're actually like inside, innit? Like, you may not realise it. I don't even realise it sometimes, yeah? How deep in we are actually. Because I'm just like, yeah, it's just me, innit? Like, you see me on the road, like, it's calm. But these guys, we're talking about, yeah? These guys have got PAYE, check, 9 to 5 job. Base, they're getting paid, they're getting most of the pension to kind of come out and document what's hip and what's in and what's current.
Basically doing culture vulture life because they see the
and they're getting paid and you're not.
And then they come in and they pluck what they
exactly,
want.
But then
they come in and cherry pick.
That's what they do. But then the thing is, you're inside so much doing it. You're thinking, like you said, GQ, yeah, exposure. You're thinking like business spooky, innit? Like exposure. Yeah, Spartan. This EP's coming out. Maybe I could talk a couple of things, whatnot. Do the rounds, and you're just doing your entrepreneurial thing.
I'm doing me. But I'm doing me. What I know.
That's you.
Yeah.
Their job title, innit? That's not them. Like, and that's what a lot of us. Even I'll say myself, I was guilty of it. We were too personal, like us four are with each other to these lot because they are clearly not the same as us.
They've got agendas.
You know what I mean? They're clearly like just like this is a table. They'll sit around and look at numbers and look at guys and look at following and then psychoanalyze man and critique and statistically analyze man and then say which lane guys can be put in and how it fits their agenda and their narrative to portray you in a certain way or use you or get the certification that it's taken 16 years of work. To get that respect across the world, you know what I mean, and then appropriate it. So, and you know what I'm saying?
Is that would you put that undervaluing yourself?
That can be the case, yes. But then at the same time, it depends. I don't know. I can speak for myself. Yeah, you might be tunnel vision inside so much and looking for a way. The GQ, the thing is like, speaker's not dumb. You know what a GQ plug could do over there? You know what I'm saying?
But then saying that on the flip side, yeah. If you are spooky now, if he's gonna do the same thing, he's gonna tell you no.
No, he's gonna stick it to them for peas.
Yes,
he's not gonna say no.
When I say the same thing as in exactly the same thing that he done.
Yeah,
he's gonna say no.
Yeah.
The reason he's gonna say no is because he's been there, done that.
Yeah,
and he's seen that. So maybe at that time, maybe he had to go in for people to realise their value. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have gone through that. Yeah. There's a lot of men that have done this whole brand thing and then after they've realised like, these brands have just fucked me over.
I
might have just got this or I might have just got that.
Yeah.
But at the time, because you're not getting that initial
love or whatever coverage.
When they do come, it's like, this
brand's a good look, innit?
You know what I'm saying? But when you really check it, like you're saying 16 years of hard work and graft that you put in, like bruv. Does anybody actually know their worth in this?
Yeah, that's a good thing, you know. That's a good question. Like I've asked myself this question, like where your self-worth. I've got a lot of self-value and self-worth as a person, full stop, firstly. So then sometimes it might translate, I might overvalue myself in certain situations and I might undervalue myself in certain situations just because depending on what you've got coming in, because we've all got shit on the side that coming in, so I might be like, I might undervalue myself in a certain scenario with, I don't know, a sports company or whatever, or a clothing line. But knowing full well, I've undervalued myself, but I've got something which Treble's doing, which is coming out, which I could use this. So like we think like, so because we're experienced with you lot now. When I say you lot, like them magazines or these clothing lines that want to actually use us to be hip and to kind of, so they can do their general capitalist thing and say, we're in touch with the youth, we're in touch with the ground, blah, blah, blah. One season it's Adidas, next season it's Puma, and then now it's Elise that are back. And they're all doing the same thing to get in line with what's good and what's popping. They need to go to authentic dons, and then to realign themselves, in what it is to rise up to whatever apex this thing is at the top, so that they're back on form, they're in. Stormzy's wearing this, but like who's wearing it before him, or like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, all of that. So without me waffling on and going for a tangent, like these corporations, these entities that are not us, that are not like on the strip, or not the entrepreneur, not the self-employed guy, not the guy that's doing the job and doing the double bubble. Like that's it. They're not us. So we are producers, not just music producers. We are producers of content.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
We're producers of content. We're certifiers of culture. Yeah. Certifiers of culture. Like you basically you can't run around and say this is what the people on the streets wear. If to the people on the streets, if it's not what they wear. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's like this is why they wanna have a spooky, or they wanna have a treble clef, or a Hitman Tiga, or whoever it is. You know what I mean? Whoever it is.
And that's just some clothing, fam. That's some clothing. Let alone like there's clothing. Then I don't know. So what's a far extreme? Strike on headphones or whatever. Yeah, but there's so many different avenues.
Bro, do you remember when the MCs were skinning out their backside, hollering KA for free diabetes and that kind of
see, there you go.
Man were all skinning out their backside. KA, look at me, I'm an MC. Yeah. I want some free drinks.
Yeah, you see, there you go.
Is that what you're worth?
I want
a couple of free drinks. Red Bull, the same thing. Red Bull, the same thing. Red Bull was offering guys cans. Yeah, I'll talk about it now. Red Bull, they've used my tunes for a couple of things. Yeah, cool. Trumpet, like they used it for that cipher. Grime side, I didn't take no piece from it. I didn't want no piece from it. I could have fleeced them, but I knew what it was, and it was out already. So my thinking, it's out already, it's on my team, they're using it, it's pushing me. I'm like, I know how you guys are, your SIF, so go on, it's only gonna work for me anyway. Yeah. So go away with it, go away with it, use it, whatever, but my thing was already out. So I only won from that. Yeah. Because again, I had my finger on the side pocket. Mm-hmm. Like I knew what it was, and I almost knew if it was gonna go down, they're gonna fuck me over anyway and not give you anything. So you have to think like this. Like, not even totally on the negative term, but you have to think of it in a protective way, because they're not like these entities, these Red Bulls, these companies, whoever these GQs, whoever they are that you're aspiring to, they're not going to be as interpersonal as me.
Basically, they don't care about us. They just come in and take whatever's juicy right now at the moment, and then they fuck off again.
That's their thing.
You know what I mean? That's their thing. That's the way they're set up. Have they
ever used any of your music?
What, my music?
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
Don't care if they use my music.
I
don't think they're going to be using my music now, to be fair.
Has any of your music been used with regards to adverts or TV or anything like that?
You know what? I heard people were screaming that it's not the recent. Was it the recent Olympics or the Olympics before that? I'm not too sure.
Olympics.
Spartan.
Yeah, guys were hearing Spartan getting played on the basketball court and all this stuff. People were watching it live on the BBC and telling me about it, tweeting man and all this stuff. I was like, oh wow, I swear. I didn't hear it myself. I wasn't even intrigued to Olympics like that, but
PPO, that's
it's on PRS and PPO. So
then you're inside.
That's the I mean, that didn't faze me one bit. I was like, it's being played in the Olympics. Alright, cool. And it's just bottom of my day, to be fair. You know what I mean? It's just shit like that. I'm just alright, cool. It's being played out. Nice. You know what I mean?
Cool. Moving on.
Yeah.
Beatboss, I want to speak.
Beatboss.
Yes.
Spooky.
Beatboss life. Yeah, because I was involved in Beatboss 2.
Beatboss 2, finally.
Contestant and judge.
Yeah. I've done contestant life, I've done judge life. Yeah,
done everything.
Nice. Yeah, I've done everything. Been there. I think I missed the last one though. Was I there?
Wait,
I was there at the last one. I was judging the last one. Damn it.
How many beatbosses have you done? One?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Beatboss 2.
But you've judged 3 though.
Yeah, man, that Beatboss 2 was the close one.
What was your Beatboss experience?
Me versus Familiar Face. First round, done his clock.
But he had you.
It was tight though. It was tight. tight though, but I was the first guy to ever rub out a champion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just now. Rub out a champion. Yeah, man started the Beatboss tradition. You get me? So I just remember that. And then, second round, who was it?
Your second round, bro, I got it all here. Don't worry, Lion. I got it all here, mate.
Oh, shit. Man's got the throwback. Hey.
Nefer T, you wiped him. Well, I gave you 3-0 to Nefer still.
Yeah, because that was the one I did. I downloaded a bullet.
Never got
sported a bullet live on deck.
Was that your
live on site? Yeah, that was the one. That was the final one, and then man, just took it from him with that one. I probably forgot about that tune. That I did it the full Eskimo remix, and I forgot on the day. And then like he's there, like second, I think third round last tune, and I'm there third round last tune. And I'm like, wait, I've got an Eskimo remix. Jesus Christ, you know, open up the laptop and start exporting them and to her. So I was like, only I could have got away with that. And then, man, third round of all people, DOK.
That was tight.
That was the Grime clash of the Titans.
Yeah, you know, certain man would have paid Big P to see that clash, bro.
Yeah.
Big P. But yeah, it happened Beatboss too.
You know, actually, you had him like for 3 rounds. I had you at 2-1, fam.
Yeah.
I had you at 2-1. I remember that one.
Man, like P-Jam.
It's P-Jam
to sudden death.
Was that the
This is the only Beatboss that went into sudden death. No other Beatboss went into sudden death.
Was this the DOK?
Yeah. Beatboss 2.
Beatboss 2. I don't know, like round, what I say, dub, help, I can't even remember. Your send was direct, A and B section.
Yeah.
That was like, you won the first round. DOK, I gave him the second round. Because I said his tune was jump up, strings, marching, sample, police sirens, diminished chord.
Yeah, I know this guy.
And like your sick blend, strong 808, your second tune, and Irie. I can't even remember, but then your third tune, deep bass, deep belly bass, I remember that. Melody, semitone, chords nice. And then, was it? Yeah, real club bass, strings, call and response, chords. Good background, good breakdown response for DOK.
And if I still have any of them nerves of Beatboss 2, they're a myth right now, cause I'll tell you that. But that was a while back though, wasn't it?
That was a good. You actually 3 rounds. I think, I don't know if you remember. I think you took him, but obviously it was tight, and
it was so tight.
It was like
I
can't decide.
Yeah, one more tune.
Yeah,
one more tune. Like. It went to P-Jam to the side, then it went to sudden death, and then everyone jumped again, and then it went straight back to P-Jam. Very tight. It's one of the best beatbosses still.
That was tight. That was tight.
Yeah.
I like that one, man.
The 2 was good, man.
Very spicy. Yeah. Will I ever step back into beatboss again as a contestant? You never know.
That's the question that they want to know.
Yeah, would I ever step back into the war zone?
Listen, you're supposed to be our Clarto.
Yeah, exactly that.
I'm expecting one answer to that.
What?
Would you step back into the war zone?
What? Does man want me to step back into the war zone?
Of course, I won't tell a lie. I won't tell a lie. Raw, bruv, you still got to get your name on that trophy, you know.
Then it's gonna get techie, innit? If I do step in and I don't win it, so then I'm just like, nah. Do I have to really like just clout up everyone now and just be like, nah, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for everyone?
You might have to. You might have to.
I mean,
that's the way.
Well, like,
I won't tell lie. I'm saying to Trev. Listen.
Yeah, you stuck it on Trev.
Yeah, listen,
Everyone has.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh man.
Especially for you as yourself and your Clarto, blood. What's man saying?
I'm gonna come back to Clark. You never know, man. I might just come back for Beatboss 8, you know. Just step in and be like stepping up.
You might be able to quickly just off the back of Beatboss 8 get into best of the best. You get me?
Yeah.
Come on.
You saying champions?
Yeah, Champions Edition, Champions League.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be spicy. Yeah, man. I could probably step him for Beatboss 8. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
But then that's going to set me up now.
Treble and Spooky Beatboss 8.
That's going to set me up now.
You see how you sound narrative?
That's going to set me up now. What are you doing?
You see him.
Oh,
he's getting his media game on point. Hitman Tiga.
I just asked the question.
You've been watching the TL too much. You've been watching the timeline. He's been picking up tricks.
He's probably been listening to 2-2 Sound Crash and that.
Yeah,
I've been doing that all week, blood. Listening to Hitman Tiga. You know what I mean?
But yeah, listen, you lot heard it anyway. We got Treble, we got Spooky, lined up. Wow.
I don't think it's not no walkover thing. If I do step back in Beatboss, innit? It's not no walkover thing. Don't forget, man is in Beatboss 2. Man have judged at least 2 of them as well, man.
Three.
Can you not forget as well,
Beatboss Live, Nas Festival, wiped dubstep off the face of earth, like, because I had one dub for him, and then I had one dub for everybody that was at Beatboss Live. So I just sent for everybody, including you, Jay.
Yes, I know.
You got made a whole corner as well. Don't get it twisted. And then
I've missed you corner as well, Spooky guys.
Okay.
You were equal still.
And then third round was played Spartan, and Capital Lee just hopped on set and just bun down the gaff.
That was sad, man. No one wanted to back him, fam. Everyone was shook.
Yeah.
And this is like, where are your cojones? Where are your cojones?
Where are your balls, man?
Where are they?
Where are your balls?
Where are they? No, I'm
not. Find your balls.
Where was it, man? Because Dubstar, I didn't even feel sorry for him. He's a big man, but man, when he was like, no one would do a dub for me.
No, but you see the wickedest thing is,
like that.
See, when you step into a clash certain times, you have to come out of that mindset and be like you can go on a respecting, like I've seen like Roderick and Logan do, and that respecting. You can go fully down the disrespect road, like I see that Bass Odyssey and Big Mikey and what that man they do. You know what I mean? So it can go one way or the other. Like you can either pay respect or disrespect.
Nah, there's certain man I would respect, and there's certain man I will show no respect.
But I will show no respect to nobody in a clash. I'm showing no respect to nobody, no mercy. It's a mercenary thing. They get me because they call me El Clark for a reason, and then I can't clot off your old blood clot.
No, I mean like there's certain man.
Right off your whole blood clot career, everything.
You still battle
everything,
but there's still a certain thing that you can say, man is gonna battle you, like no gloves. We're gonna battle, but man still respect you. There's certain man. It's not going to be that. It's not. It will never be that. And I will just.
Some will show respect, and I'm just here showing disrespect.
It's going to be
okay. You let me walk all over you on that one. So that's cool. But say no more in it. Because if I do step back in, then I want certain guys to show me that respect, so I can show them the disrespect. I can just piss all over them blood clot and just know that this is war, innit, that man's dealing with. Man, forget that man's British Jamaican, so obviously man have that war element. Man didn't have my family weren't in no music like that, you know what I mean? Dad man had a couple finals, one little amp and turntable and that, you know what I mean? Just bust two around the yard and that. Mumsy's probably got the radio in the kitchen and shit. So man didn't come from music where dad played sound, my mum was a singer, this, that, and other. Just listen.
It's just natural, isn't it?
It's natural, bro. Man wanted to be a DJ from young, so I made it happen for myself, you know what I mean? It's a long road though.
What actually inspired you to want to be a DJ?
Oh man, you know what?
You said 6, so I know that's early age still.
Yeah, you know, back in the days, man used to pick up magazines, like certain time, and read through it and wear it to before even Rewind magazine days. Like man used to pick up DJ Mag or Mix Mag or even Ministry and that.
Free CD.
Yeah, you get Young Free Tape or Young Free CD.
Who did you say your first DJ that you looked up to was?
Woo! First DJ I looked up to, EZ. EZ, yeah.
DJ
from early, but I first heard him at 98 on Kiss FM. Like them times he didn't even have a show on Kiss. You know what I mean?
Was it cool? Was it cool FM?
No, he was on Freak FM before that, innit? But certain times he used to get certain pirates. He never used to hear no DJ big up their name or anything like that. Man just used to mix tune. I was like, yo, sound nice, you know. So, I want to mixtures like that, you know what I mean? And just found myself into the garage scene and the garage world back then, them times when all tunes like Rip Groove just come out. This is 97, 98 garage, not talking that Y2K garage that everyone runs around and runs with now, you know what I mean? All that Y2K garage and beyond, but I don't know why people still live off that now, but there's been more garage from further back. There's been a good 6 years of garage before all of that Y2K stuff, so I don't know why guys still run with that side of garage when there's more to garage than just the 20, 40 tunes that you hear on every different compilation now. You understand? It don't make sense, bro.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's all, you know what it is? It's they're the pop tunes of garage, innit? You understand? So from being on certain compilations, they will just make it onto next compilations. You know what I'm saying?
But they need to stop doing that.
Yeah, they do.
you're rinsing out the same tunes year in, year out. There's more to garage than just them 40-odd, 60-odd tunes that you keep pushing out all the time. You understand? Like, there's much more to garage than that. But yeah, man.
You know what it is? You see a lot of these garage DJs though, because you see a lot of these garage DJs, they're to blame because they will be pushing these same 40 rhythms that are on these things. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they think, oh yeah, he's played it. Oh, it's bang on.
They're scared to bust.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And they're not busting new rhythms.
They're scared to bust classic rhythms or rare rhythms that no one else can get their hands on or anything like that. Or like they're just doing loaf, blood. They're just loafing.
It's this time loop that they're caught in.
Do you know what it is as well?
Time warp.
You're hunting DJs as well. They just want like instant.
Yeah, just
like,
want to play
reaction.
the
Tune.
Yeah.
They want to play Daniel Bedingfield and they want to get the.
I gotta get through this.
Yeah, they want to get the thing. They want to get the instant reload.
They want to bring you flowers and that.
Yeah, all of that.
And the chocolate, sweet like chocolate thing.
Sweet like with the flowers and the chocolate.
All of that.
That's your Valentine's sorted, isn't it?
Yes.
Flowers and sweet like chocolate.
Large sweet female
Sweet
attitude.
like chocolate now. It's a sweet like chocolate.
Yo, Jay, what rave was we talking? We were talking about a rave when that same thing we were saying like some of the DJs weren't. You think everyone was just rushing just to drop like the bangers first, and instead of actually building up the vibe in the set. I was like, I can't remember. I don't know if I was talking to you. Was it you I was talking to?
It was.
I can't remember what rave, but it's the same thing that you're touching on, innit? Like I think we touched upon it the last mixdown, innit? Like DJs being shook to drop fresh tunes in the dance, or like
Spooky's not shook because
they will go to their
bro.
Yeah, man, for bus tunes, but if I
right.
set a tune, bro, and I think it bangs, bro, I'm gonna bust it in the rave and see what I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what a DJ's supposed to do, like, keep playing the same old bangers all the time. It's like I see someone like put out one dumb statement one time talking about, man can't be playing with these tunes that are out there like for people to buy. It should be dub plates only set. And
you said that.
Don't watch who said it.
Do you know why I'm
just
asking? Because I know I've seen them and I follow that clat, and I need to unfollow that clat as well. I know you said
I think I forgot. Is it international done?
You could say they're international.
They're international, but they're from here, innit?
Yeah, they're from
here.
They're
from here, and they're an OG, right? They're an OG.
No, not
they're
really.
an OG. No. Anyway, I don't know. I would have come for your neck if I remembered your name, innit? But I forgot your name, so I can't.
But it's just like some guys don't want to play the tunes that have been released. They're just like, why not? Like, it's cool that you can play a dub plate set in that, but for all your tunes that are out, what about them?
Music is first and foremost, man. Good music, all of that, if it's released or not. Like, this is where like you're just outside in yourself, innit? Like any real DJ, they gravitate towards sound, innit? What tune's gonna sound sick, like mixing, like all of that. Like you've got your priorities in the wrong place, innit?
I won't lie though. Certain times I might lean off a tune. Like as soon as it's releasing, like I might play it for like 1 or 2 weeks and then lean off it. But then my inboxes are just mad. For the week, man. Every week my inbox is just madder and madder.
Who did you take? Hey, sorry, man. There was one tweet. I see you spooky, you know.
Oh yeah, that tweet.
It wasn't even a tweet. It was his video. Yeah. He's like, you see these DJs. Say, do you know how many tunes I get in my day, in my inbox, a blood clot day? He's like, stop flirting with man. I say like, you know, there's like guys in his inbox or whatever.
I'll break that down, innit? Because basically, I was on I said, what is bassline? Because it sounded like 4x4 bro step right now.
It's mad right now.
It sounded very mad right now. So I just flung that out there, and someone tried to tweet me about, I've got a tune for you, but DM me so I can throw you the link. I'm like, My email's in my bio. My email's in every single bio you can find. Like, it's in my Twitter bio, it's on my Facebook, it's on my Insta, it's on my SoundCloud, it's on my Mixcloud, everywhere. Don't even ask me about DM to send me a link, bruv. My email is there for everyone to send me tunes, bruv, because it makes my life so much easier if it's just in that one Gmail inbox. You understand? Because then if I'm chasing tunes, I'll just go through the inbox first and nothing else, you know what I mean?
One certain place.
Yeah, you know what I mean? One certain place, because then if it's getting flung in my Twitter inbox or my Facebook inbox or my Instagram inbox,
it's like, a lot, man.
I've even getting tunes in my Instagram, and I was like, why? Why? What am I going to do with this while I'm on Insta? Am I going to really download this on my phone and just rinse out bare data, just downloading this fat pack of wags on my phone, blood? You mad? But yeah, man, it's like, look, I've got the one email address. That's the only one I use when it comes to music. Just send me music there. Don't flirt with man on a tunnel talking about I should DM you for tune and that, blood. If you want your tune, if you want me to bust your tune, send me the tune, innit? Send me the tune. I've got an email. Send me the tune. Send me the blood clot tune. I don't know why man are just on this act up and trying to flirt with man. Like, oh look, I've got a tune. You want it? Like, don't play that shit with me, bruv. The man have been here 16 years, bruv. You want me to play your tune? Send me the Black Cloud tune. Don't act up with man on Twitter and timeline and then you still like trying to write long essays back to man and like, fuck off, man. Fuck off, you're a blood clot, man. Send me the Black Cloud tune, man. Know why people won't rap with music and that? Why are you rapping with music? Why are guys rapping with music for? I don't get it. Like, man's a DJ. Man is a DJ. What else am I gonna do? Let's play your tune. Like, guys are sending me fucking Spotify links. Now I'm getting Spotify links and
your email and that.
YouTubes and that. Yeah, YouTube links and that. What's that to me? What's that to me? That's nothing to me. Don't do that to yourself. MP3s, WAVs, WeTransfer, MediaFire, SendSpace, all of that stuff, bro. Just throw it in my Gmail inbox. No other inbox. Just the Gmail inbox. Because then when I'm in the inbox, I'm in the inbox every day, so when I can go through it and be, okay, so-and-so sent me da-da-da-da-da, I can see what's been sent, you know what I mean?
You can organise and whatever, whatnot, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
do you know what, though? I think we should educate as well, because for those that don't know, yeah, see, like, I've been there when you're going through tunes, like, for the night shift and night, the dojo, you get me? The emails are active, and, like, we don't even have enough time to listen to all the tunes, let alone give you feedback or tell you if we want a tune in it. Just send a tune, fam, because like most of us, we just download tunes in one big go and just pre. Like, it's time consuming just to go through the email. So all this, oh yeah, I got this new tune, let me know if you want it. Just, you could have just sent it. I would have listened to it by now.
Done the long argument and the small talk and the banter and all the flirting and that. Like,
man's not a jaw, don't flirt.
And it man's not a jaw, and don't flirt with them. Like, man, a big man for them type of thing there. Man, a big man for them thing there, but the only flirting I do is with Gallem, even though more time it's not even a flirting thing, you know what I'm saying? Man just want to clot and go. Anywhere I go, like, clot and go, blood. You understand?
And hold on, can we go into our next subject here? Talk about Gallem. Spooky sandwich.
Yes.
Where did this sandwich originate?
You know what? I don't even know how it
doing sandwich filler right now still.
Yeah, sandwich filler. Hey, listen, you know how that all started, I think, like, from 2015 to, like, take pictures and that. So it's like one girl here, one girl there. Like, one girl either side, you understand? That's how the spooky sandwich works, innit? But at the time, I take all these pictures and that, man didn't notice them times there, but then like, I was scrolling through, I'm like, but there's been a couple, and then like, I took one in Bristol, and somehow that coined the phrase spooky sandwich, and I was like, wow, that life, yeah, I'm sticking with that. And then yeah, ever since like, I think 2016? Yeah, so it started from like 2016, but I found ones further back going to like 2015 and that. So yeah, man, the sandwiches, the spooky sandwiches.
So spooky sandwich.
Yeah, so listen, if the guy want a spooky sandwich, listen, I'm always down for a spooky sandwich. Anytime, any place, anywhere, you name it, spooky sandwich, I'm down in it. Just know in it.
Squishing up on them, you know.
Jeez.
Lying, giving it the real grind.
Come on, that man. Yeah, they can get real grimy. Yeah, man, can get a nice good squeeze from El Clark and that. You know what I mean? So that, don't mistreat the gunner, you understand?
Yeah, respectfully.
Respectfully, it's a respecting, you understand?
They are in the sandwich of choice, they are forced.
Not no forced thing, you know what I mean? Like, let them come to you. Don't force yourself to gun them.
Are you not seeing what's going on here? Are you not seeing the fucking type of disclaimers that the man are having to throw out there now?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Because of things that are going on.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Bloody the man can't even have a spooky sandwich without putting a disclaimer out there.
Yeah.
We can't joke about it.
Yeah. But just know that a spooky sandwich is calm, innit? It's calm. It's not no like sexual thing. It's calm, innit? It's just like one go either side and we get the picture. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bit of bands.
Yeah, it's a bit of bands. You know what I mean?
If you're in a spooky sandwich, don't worry, you're not getting no action. You're just getting a picture.
But listen, if the guys want the action, they can always chat to them.
Alright, we'll see.
I'm gonna single agent, so I'm free to
I'm
do whatever I
free
want.
to
Like,
mingle,
I ain't got no wife, I ain't got no wife, I ain't got no side bay, I ain't got nothing like that. I ain't got no kids, no nothing, blood. That man just hit touch 30 the other day, so I'm just like, listen.
What are you saying?
I'm being that
30, yeah?
Bro, that's a rare breed, man.
You get me? Check out the chocolate, man.
Rare breed.
Come on. Rare breed. Come on. Out here.
Yes.
No use they running around. Man's got
Nah, man. But listen.
inside.
Man, I've got sons and daughters out there in this music thing. Don't ever get it twisted, man. Man's been doing this too long to not have no sons and daughters out here.
Gone there.
Yeah, sons, daughters, and they've all gone on to have grandkids and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's that. And if man wanna challenge me on that,
they will never challenge you in there because they'll get outed. They'll get outed. Now Spooky's got bare kids. Spooky's got bare kids. Grime, musical kids.
yes, musical kids.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait. I feel like now we've gone into this, yeah. We have to explain this, yeah, because see, to us, yeah, this makes hella sense, yeah. But like, see, if you're not like completely plugged into what we deal with, like if you're not completely plugged into what we deal with, you won't understand the word that's going on here. You probably think, right, these men are talking shit. So hang on, let me give them a slight one, and then I'm gonna leave it to Spooky to break it down, yeah. But you see in this grime thing, right? There's a thing called offspring, yeah. And see me, yeah. Like I'm a man, I've got the best offspring. Yeah, like my offspring are the best offspring, yeah. Like because they're basically the best they're the best fucking MCs that like to take my stuff. Do you understand, yeah? But like obviously I know these men here have all been around long enough to have offspring. So I'm gonna let Spooky explain to you now what offspring is. Go on, Spooks, break it down for them.
Right, offspring. This is basically like, you know, like guys come into the scene and they hold you up in big light and red, and then like before you know it, start like imitating your mixes and your production style or something like that, and then like you might go on to like give them like a little helping hand. You might burst 1-2 tunes for them and put them on a platform, and then they've gone off, early doors, and then like
everyone's righteous, and they
and then they go off and sprout off and do their own little thing, and then next thing you know they're up there with all the dons and up there and just like mingling and making a name for themselves and that, and that's what you can say. Like, okay, now there you go. There's my son. There's my daughter. There you go. She's sprouted off and doing her thing over there. Like he's sprouting off and doing his thing over there. And it's not even like I'm just in there. Like, I'm just like, listen, just do your thing, man. As long as you're like with clean heart and like,
that's it. That's the truth, man.
You're functioning right.
Man, I'm not claiming for no ego, like self-esteem build up, like nah.
Man, I'm not claiming just for like ego boost and that. Definitely influence guys to step into the music biz and like probably step into the grime game.
I think there's a slight difference though between influence and offspring. Yeah, so
the offspring is when there's a sprout.
They come directly from your seed.
Well, anybody that's been doing a bootlegging thing for a minute now, just know that they're my seed. You got me?
There you go.
Come on, been doing that for time, blood. You got me? So when I hear these like R&B bootlegs in 2018, I'm thinking, bro, I think that. Then like 2006. You understand that? I've been doing it back then. Back then, party package days for anyone who even remembers them days. You understand that? Them times there, I was moving mad, bro. Like I just like there's some new gal come on the block and that she's looking kind of peng and that. It's just like that influenced, like definitely influenced like a whole batch of tunes. Like,
you know the wickedest thing? You get guys like certain guys like. They'd be like they'd get like 1-2 little offspring, and like they're looking to blow the whole thing up, like this guy's my offspring, like bruv, like see if you're seasoned vetting this, like bruv, you know there's no point in doing that, like there's not actually no point in blowing it up like that, so like it's best to be humble and accept that, you know what. You're gonna inspire some people, and some people are just gonna go that level more than being inspired, and they're just gonna imitate your thing. That's just it.
I hear that. There's a certain difference. I can hear that. I respect that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that just goes to show how long you've been doing this thing still, because obviously it's like you've just turned 30, but you've been in the game from when you was what, 16?
16.
You was a cub when you released Joy.
16, I don't believe Spooky. He's done 14.
Yeah.
Secondary school. You can't. You don't. These things happen
days.
in like year 8, year 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see. So then that's 13, 14. That's the same year. For me, it was year 7.
Yeah.
Even before that.
Year 8,
But,
man was 14 blood.
So you touched it. 14. Would you be the same secondary school? 14 years old yourself?
I started.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
What you saying, T?
Yeah, same.
14.
14. I think 14 is the universal age.
That's
You know?
right.
14 is the universal age. Like.
We're saying you just become a teenager, your balls have dropped, and you're like,
before 14, like, man used to know that I wanted to do something to do with music, like, but like I was multi-talented, so like I'd be spraying jungle bars, be singing, doing all sorts of different things. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like it's like 14 is kind of like where you get the direction. It's like raw, this sound.
Yeah.
What's this sound?
Yeah.
And I think like that's where I started to explore the sound.
I think that is the cruise. That is, I don't know what it is about that age time, but
like
maybe it's the chemicals and the pubes are coming out and all of that stuff. And
drop 2 pubes and the moustache kicks in now, and you're like,
you notice the gallon like to dance to this.
They like to dance
like that,
and they like the gallon like the man them that got the biggest response from the man them with bars and it all starts. Everyone's got a different kind of thing that kicks.
But I think like that's the universal age. Like between I'd say like an early bloomer would be probably 12, innit?
Yeah, that's an
like,
early bloomer.
That's an early bloomer.
What he's saying? What programs? Like, it's mad, man. Because I reckon there's some guys that definitely started like before they were 10.
Yeah.
I reckon. I don't know. I can speak for myself. Swindle sounds like one to me. Like he was definitely there before he was 10. Joker sounds like he's pre-10.
Yeah.
Conductor, not really. Conductor sounds like he was 12, early, but not really. There's certain man.
A lot of the early ones I'd say are second generation though. Like a lot of people that start before 10, they're second generation. So they might be like, my brother does music or my cousin does music or whatever, and then they just see an angle from early. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about the third generation then? This generation
right now.
This generation right now.
When do you think they started? Did you start from early? Because I know a couple of them are constantly, you used to listen to your shows back then on like Urban or Deja.
Do you know what? This third generation, I think that for them, a couple of them could have started kind of early still.
How old are they now? Just roughly. Just
they're 19s, 20s. They're between 18 to
18 and 24.
Right now.
18 to 24.
Cool. That's all right. Yeah.
So I'd say a lot of them could have started early still. A lot of them could have started early. I mean,
some have been about for a minute, but it's just been back there for a minute.
Have you listened to UK hip hop or the UK hip hop and drill?
Are we talking about drill?
Not there.
This is a grime platform. Fuck drill.
Spooky, keep that right outside.
Right outside. Man, ain't here to promote no drill or hip hop.
No, I hear that, but
you know
what I'm saying? But we've
we've
lost generations.
You've opened up a can of worms here, so we got to address this now.
It's a big statement.
We have lost generations.
What are you saying, Spooky? You don't fuck with no drill?
Nah.
None at all?
But don't get me wrong, I'll probably end up building 10 drill tunes, blood, because it's that piss easy to make, blood.
Yeah.
You understand? It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. There's not really that much elements going on in drill for man to even care like that, you know what I'm saying? There's so much more I can do in grime. You understand? Yeah. Even dubstep, garage, all that stuff. Even drum and bass, bruv. Man, forget man's got a couple of DMB ones tucked away for a rainy day. So man. But when they come to the forefront now, you just know that man's just more than a grime producer. You understand?
Yeah.
Man's a producer, full stop.
Man, a producer, full stop.
But you know what I reckon though? Over time, we have lost generations of potential artists and MCs and producers.
Probably because it's in half of the crap that goes on in
those genres.
In the mainstream, blood. Yeah, look, 2009 when gigs came through with that road rap, blood, that was a mass exodus of grime. That actually, I won't lie.
As soon as gigs come, everyone's
talking the hardest, everyone started spitting like him, which is not a problem.
Let me go back. It was 2008 when all that road rap I remember this was the same time Funky was just blossoming as well. 2008. Soon as Funky blossomed and road rap come through, man, that gigs come through, grime was down there for a minute because it's a mass exodus. Like, man, Bear Grime man went off and ran to the funky ass scene. Trying to bust 2 skanks. And where are your skanks now, though?
No, but
where are your blood clot skanks now?
You know what I'm gonna say about that, though?
Where are your blood clot skanks now?
No, I'm gonna say about that. You see all these people, that were doing all these skanks or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to take it slightly a bit further back here. Yeah. And I'm going to say, Rod, you know what? I think that it was due to the fact that, you see, at that time, like from 2006, 7, 8, like a lot of the platforms closed down, right?
Yeah.
And like it was like basically the only hours that we could get on radio was probably Logan. Yeah, that was the only hours. Yeah, that that was the only hours that like raw man could get their tunes played. Yeah, and like raw, I think like due to the saturation of what was being played,
he wasn't even playing everyone.
Yeah, like exactly due to the saturation of what was being played, a lot of people were like, "Rod, you know what? Fuck this. We're gonna go here and try this." Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. So like
but some of these people have come back crawling back to grime like, hey, I'm back, guys. Welcome me back, please. I'm here.
Yeah. They come crawling back to grime when it's good enough for them, but then they fuck off and go off and do their other bullshit and that. And it was like, cool. You know what? I hear that because sometimes money talks, innit? But when the money wasn't talking, and then you decide, okay, now I have to finally decide where my roots are. It's grime, just like you fuckers.
You say money talks, but money shouldn't talk like that to switch up the whole thing.
If
money talk and you can just switch up the whole thing, you must be a prostitute, innit? Because clearly you do anything.
Yeah. No, but there are prostitutes out here doing that.
And the thing is, from funky to bassline to grime to drill to afro.
No, but the thing is, what's the difference, Jay? Because say we're producers, we're all producers. Can't forget Hitman Tiga, he's a producer as well. So we all produce not just grime. I don't make just grime. You don't just make grime. T, you don't just make just grime. So if someone comes to you and says, Jay, your house tune or your hip hop tune, I want that. How much?
I was going there after you. Go on.
Yeah. Like someone comes off you for like P's or a gig or a contract or a deal for something else outside of your mainstream genre that you produce and that you're working in. You shot in that and you're a prostitute? Like, nah.
No, do you know what it is?
I don't know, talks, man.
Yeah, but what it is, it's all about your morals and what you stand for. If you lay it down like from early that I could be known in grime, but overall you're a producer and you're making stuff that's natural to you, no one can fault you for that. But if you're just changing every other year based on what's currently popping on the radio, then you stand for nothing.
You define the difference.
Because then your discography, you'll be so disjointed. They started in grime, then they started doing rap. They start doing this and that. It's like, yo, fam.
You say it end up like Diplo, being like a culture vulture and that.
Oh, wow.
Diplo. Yeah, mad thing.
Call them Dip.
But you know what it is,
there's too many culture vultures out here. They dip their toes into like all these different genres.
And look how healthy some of them are.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
It shouldn't even be like
this is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what I was getting to off the back of what you were saying, right? Like, does that actually, like, can we actually even say now, like do we even, like, is that even still a thing? Like, being like a culture vulture because you do different music?
Nah, not like that.
Can you even, like, accept that when you've got guys like Drake, like, who are the #1 winners in the world, going around doing different music?
Yeah, he's the
like,
top.
Basically, like you're telling what you're saying is people shouldn't dream or shouldn't have aspirations of getting big, doing different things. When you can see that maybe it's a platform that's worked for somebody else.
No, we're not saying that. But obviously, it's like people use grime as like a foundation.
Yeah, as a stepping stone.
Stepping stone, isn't it?
What do we say? Yeah, sorry, Jake.
Yeah, they use it as a stepping stone. And once they got that clout that grime is giving them, alright, cool, I got that look. Yeah, boom. Once I got my mobile award, I'm going for the top now. Fuck grime and everything that's brought me to this place.
Yeah.
I'm then gonna go and
AJ
Tracy. I didn't say
he put it out there. He put it out there.
I like AJ, man. AJ's my guy, man. But what you described is AJ Tracy.
He's slightly swerving grime, isn't he?
What you've described is AJ.
Like, I don't fault
him. But
I don't fault it though.
That's what you said. But what you described, as soon as you said it, AJ came to my mind.
But then, alright, so then what are we saying? Is AJ Tracy wrong for doing what AJ's done?
Nah, because I reckon AJ's always had that in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
But even if he never had it in the back of his mind, would he be wrong for doing what he's done?
Yes and no. Some people will persecute him, and others will, because I would say he's opening up. He's diversifying early, innit?
He's been diversifying for a minute.
Can I be real with you? Yeah, to me, it seems this year is like the first spate of when So Solid bust. And then everyone's like, oh, So Solid, they've sold out. They sold out. Yeah, that was the talk at that time, right?
Yeah.
Like the talk was they've sold out. Yeah.
Wait, when did they sell out?
Huh? No, but this is what I'm saying.
First album or second?
No, this is what I'm saying to you. Yeah.
This
is what I'm saying to you. You got sometimes the dinosaur kicks in it. So you lot might not even be on this wave. Yeah. But this is the early wave, this is the first people, yeah. It went from So Solid to Dizzy, right?
Yes,
but it was So Solid, right? And it was basically people So Solid, they've sold out because basically they had changed the landscape of what was going on.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's basically all it was that they done. It was basically they'd gone on to do stuff that people had never done before.
Yeah.
So people they sold out, they gone commercial, they gone this, they gone that, yeah?
They can't even say that because they busted their own sound.
That 21 seconds album.
Yeah, no, but this is what I'm saying to you.
You're talking the second album.
You're talking with hindsight. Yeah, you're talking with hindsight. I'm talking the frenzied mentality that there was there at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah? When they started doing good and the crabs in the barrel started coming out. Because that's what happens. It's a crabs in the barrel mentality. Yeah. If you ask me, this is why I've asked these questions which have led on to this.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, there are people that have gone here, people that have gone there. But when Wiley goes over there, it's not big to people.
So then we can't really frown upon guys like AJ. Go off and venture bits and bobs.
Hang on. Listen, Skepta does what he wants. Yeah, he does what he wants. But this shows you where the culture of grime actually is, right? Because
I think we're so passionate about grime that we feel like if anybody comes in and they haven't done grime long enough and then they go and fuck off and do other genres, we get. I won't lie. Certain times I feel like, why did you come and do grime in the first place? If you really wanted to do that, because you just wanted to get clout. But then it's happened with every single genre of grime, blood. Every single generation of grime has happened, bro. Because the grime cycle is set in place. So. First generation, it happened to them. Second generation, it happened to them. This third generation are going through it now.
Right.
They all come up together at the beginning. That's the thing, power in numbers. But then, when you start getting the power in numbers by yourself,
you start to think
split.
Then you start thinking that you're bigger than them man that you was on set with just the other weekend. These man over here, and then next thing you know, your thing's a bit techie, and then alright, next thing you know, branch off, and you've gone over there, and you've gone over there, and they're over there, and all this stuff, and then next thing you know, just that oh right, I thought I always used to see that man with them man. Not no more. You see them man with them man. Not no more. Them man with them man. Not no more. You know what I mean? But you all came up together. So it's just like
it's the same cycle, man.
It's the same cycle. It's the grind cycle that's set in place. It's just that you start off small, then the ego gets bigger. As soon as you start doing more numbers and that, then you start thinking that you're bigger than the pack that you run with. You know what I mean? And then you go off and branch off and you're doing your own things. For some it works, for others it don't. You know what I mean? But that's just the grind cycle, because the ego just boosts. This is the ego thing that's set in place when it comes to grime, and then it's the fans that do that as well, because they will just boost up your thing and make it look like you're the guy. And then when you start giving yourself them powers, like, and you've got that influence and clout and wear and tear, then you start thinking, oh yeah, I'm the guy for these man. I don't need these man no more. You understand? And then before you know it, oh, what, it's on-site beef or pass out and this, that, and rare when you see each other. Yeah. I mean, what's that? So why come into music then?
Do you think that's...
if you're coming into music for clout and all this fucking, and then you're going to branch off for your brethren and that, as soon as you bust through one door and rare and tear and think that you're a guy, then...
You know that's some man's agenda before.
Yeah,
you know that is there. Some man, I can't speak for everyone, yeah, but some man, some girl, some people, yeah, they come in and they've got a mask on. So at the beginning they've got low credentials, they've got low stature, they may have sick talent, sick work rate or whatever.
Yeah, I'll do this for you.
Yeah. All of that, they're blessed, and I'm talking from experience here. You're blessed. So a lot of you will at the beginning.
And I hear you because I've had this experience.
And
before,
you're hungry, and you've got manners, and you're polite, and all of this stuff. And man, then look at you because we're inside, like we were speaking about earlier. Because we're inside in this. Man, then look at you. It's like, yo, that you, yeah, he's actually cool, man. I'm like, nah, Jay, he's alright. Spooks, he's actually real. You know, we'll have this discussion with ourselves. He's actually a real guy. He's cool, man. Like, nah, man. Like, spice him on your show, innit? Like, play his tune, or like, trust me, he's good for it. They're good for it. He come on my show. He done Jay's show. We see up all the man. Then, you know what I mean? That's what we'll do. That's our own self-validation hierarchical system, if there is anything like that. And then when you dons, I'm gonna call you dons chameleons because that's what you lot are. Yeah, not all of you. Yeah, the ones that come in and do that, yeah, you do that chameleon thing, innit? And you come around, some of you, man, get past and deceive, man. Yeah, a lot of you don't, not by me anyway, a lot of you don't, yeah? And they come and they deceive, and then they get what they need from, just like these, you're worse than the culture vultures because you're of the culture, and you're still perpetrating the same thing, even more so than what these culture vultures outside of us are doing. So you're even worse. You're worse than them because you understand us, you're of us, but yet you're still propagating the same thing which these outsiders are coming in and appropriating our scene. So you, in fact, feed the fact that they can do what they do, yeah? Mr. Artist, Mr. Producer, Mr. Humble, Mrs. Humble at the beginning, and then changes their face because you're doing comedian life. So yeah, they come and then they do that.
Alright, Trebs.
And then...
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I'm just... Okay, so to wrap it up, they do that, they get certification from you, from me, if it's anything from Jay, from T, from Spy, boom, boom, boom. They've done what they needed to do. They've got the platform. Now they can... Because we all believed in you in the first place. You've always been sick, but then all of a sudden you've got what you thought you needed in collateral or whatever, and then all of a sudden comedian life. Bang. And man see you, or then all of a sudden you're like, yo, Trebs, is my man answering the phone to you? You know... Wow,
but that shit there's been going on. That's been going on for years. Yeah,
but it hasn't been called that properly though.
You know it is. That is a type of person that you just can't get away from in this. Yeah. But what I wanted to ask you lot was, do you think that this cycle, because it's not the same in it's not the same in UK rap. Yeah. It's not the same in any other genres, but in grime, So what I wanted to ask is, do you not reckon that that's to do with the nature of the music that we're making?
No. Because rap, UK rap, some of them. You remember how it was before. So do you, So do you, Jay, You remember before, Half of this thing, do you think half of it will go any distance? Man, them are turning up to your door. You're getting locked in a radio station, and you're seeing goons in front of you with tools, and they're ready to do things and make examples of guys, innit?
Yeah,
and
we came from that era.
And that's
the era we come from.
So this fake chameleon thing, chameleons couldn't last then, fam.
No.
You know what I mean? They couldn't last because you would always get found out. And
listen, if they could last from the days when man used to be up on tower blocks and like the ones in front of us right now, if they could handle the days of being in tower blocks with the fear of detail Ofcom kicking down the door, ready to take all your records and arrest you just to be in there, blood, then come chat to me. Let me, like, if you's on them industrial estates like in South London and that, doing radio station and that, bruv, where anything could have happened on a dead end road somewhere. So
guys are getting phone calls during the sets, like, you with them? That's your crew, yeah? Bro, all of you lot are dead. Yeah. Man, them are getting this. Man, them are getting this in estates, and just by affiliation. It's like, yeah, what?
So hang on. So touching back on what I just said, then, yeah. So, do you not think, yeah, that it's the say the warry nature slash not even slash, just the warry nature of our scene, yeah, that kind of makes people more kind of lean towards doing things that way, rather than like say, like, you know, like a scene where there's no war and more you just come together and we're collaborating and making a tune, like sort of thing.
I guess to a degree it breeds it, but then it's
slightly in it.
It breeds it, but I think the streets, if you want to say like the streets or that street mentality which we had, not even in a negative way, yeah, it kind of flushed it out. It flushed it out because man, say, yo, Trev, no, this guy's fake. Spooky, this guy's fake. It's fake done. Someone eventually is going to act in real life. No one's going to tweet about it. Something's going to happen, innit? And
back then when there weren't all this tweeting and Facebooking and DMing and WhatsApping rare and tear, bro, radio was real back then, bro. Everything was real back then. Today, in this day and age, nah. Guys have got it too comfy.
Even to the bars, like, even if you're talking grease or whatever, guys are like, oh, is that what you're saying? Yeah? Alright, let me see what my man's on, innit? Man will test
real testings, innit? Real testings. Outside, you come outside, where was Temptation in Gascoigne Estate? Fam, man, you're saying cruddy things in that mad estate. People are listening. When you come out and you come down the stairs, yeah, that's some mad dungeon, yeah, and you're seeing guys waiting for who's that MC that was talking that crud, because I'm that guy that he's talking about. I want to see if you're that guy. So then it was a natural filtration. So then guys realize, like, hold up, this is not me. Wait, back up, Trebs. You're a musician, mate. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Make music. Don't talk that shit. Yeah, because there are real people that are doing this life, and they will challenge you because you're like, you know, you're coming for what's theirs in a sense, because they really do it, so they want to see. So now, that's why the drill thing's getting. That's why the drill thing. Sorry to go to it, Spook. Sorry, Mike. But that's why the drill thing's going mad off, because them man are active, fam. Them man, that's why they say no face, no case, because they're active, fam. Man see it, bruv. Man see it. I'm in Newham or Waltham Forest, yeah, bruv. And right now, if it's like what, Forest Gate, Stratford, Plaistow, Beckton, Cannington, Custom House, bruv, it's some fucking mess, bro. It's a mess, bruv. It's a mess, bruv. It's serious, bruv. And none of them are grime man, bruv. And none of them are grime man. And most of them, I'm not even to disrespect no grime, most of them will spin in the real life grime man way out. I'm talking about these man are kids, man. These man are on job. They're doing things and they're saying things, and things are happening when videos are dropping. The next day, guys are turning up to the things. Things are happening. Grime, it's not happening. That's not happening no more.
Yeah, man, it's a different day and age.
It's good. It shows the growth, yeah? It shows the growth, but then there's still some core elements which I think we've missed from that rugged thing, which helped us kind of, you know, like have the good filtration process from certain characters. But I guess, you know, what's my moral compass, innit? It's mine. So it's subjective, innit? So
yeah, of course.
That's that. But that's what I think anyway in terms of like how the scene is gone and where it is now. But don't waffle on too much.
To say, just wrap it up, innit? Grime's never dead, can never be dead. It's been going 16 years. Don't ever talk no stupidness or write no stupid articles no more. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to read them. We don't want to talk about it no more. Grime's been going 16 fucking years. It can never be dead. Started a blood clot fuckery, you understand?
It's alive.
Yes, it's alive and kicking, blood. It will always ever be alive and kicking, blood. So don't ever run with these Grime's dead and all this bollocks again. Ever in your life. You hear me say that today, bro. I understand.
We're gonna wrap up shortly. Quickly before we wrap up, Spooks. I feel like we touched on a few things.
Part one.
We ain't really touched.
Part one.
We ain't really touched on.
Part one. We'll get back to you.
Let's get the label. Let's plug the label quickly. Let's plug the label.
Look, Ghost House. That's the label. Get Client EP's out 27th April. If you're already watching this after the 27th, it's out there now. Snow Forest is out now. Norman Bates refixes are coming in June. You understand that Ghost House does 4. It will be back at some point. You understand? And yeah, just like whatever's on the Bandcamp, full discography on the Bandcamp. Mode FM, night shift, every Wednesday night, 12 to 3. Rinse FM every third Sunday, 9 to 11, the Grime Show. You know the steez, man. El Clark will win the gaff. The Mixdown. Come on. Queffing up the place.
We can say the qualifier final. When's that?
Oh yeah, got Beatboss qualifiers final. Is that next Friday?
Next Friday?
That'll be next Friday, but I don't know when this is gonna be up. So yeah, but that will be Friday. What date is that? Have we got a date for that over there? 27th. Yeah, so that's 27th. Divine versus Jake Bob for a place in the illustrious Beatboss 7. And you can lock into that 11 till 1. House of Grime on Mode FM. You know how we do.
Yeah, Spooky, we need Spooky back again because we kind of digressed a lot today.
Yeah,
we can go on all day.
There was a lot.
Yeah. Delve into other topics.
But Spooky wanted to get things off his chest. You could tell it. Roaring.
Was ready, bro.
No. Part 2.
There's definitely a couple.
Definitely part 2.
That was deeper because that was fucking 2 hours, mate.
Yeah.
That was 2 hours. Look at the time now. It's almost half 11. Yeah. No.
That's the thing, when you lot just said that, that's a surprise to me because I've been in there most of the time.
Jesus
I thought
Christ.
things.
Yeah, you see how it just flowed?
Have mercy.
So it flowed.
I just kept.